NordVPN.com/Fightful. 4 months free, a 30-day money-back guarantee. It works on all your devices, phone, laptop, desktop, PC, router, doesn't matter. It's got you covered. Change your virtual location with just one click. Get access to more content around the globe and content at a much more affordable price. Protect yourself from online trackers, malware, annoying pop-up ads. NordVPN.com/Fightful. How are you going to pass this up? It effectively pays for itself within about a month or two of using it, especially if you buy pay-per-views like I do. Get access to the old WWE network, those things that you miss with NordVPN.com/Fightful. And you get that incredible deal. They've got 3 great tiers for you to choose from. So check it out, whether you want to pass, a VPN, a locker, or all 3. NordVPN.com/Fightful has you covered. What's up, you guys? Shawn Ross Sapp, Fightful here with a name you know. How could you not at this point, man? One of the most breakout stars of this year. Last year, we got Carmelo Hayes ahead of NXT Deadline. How you doing, man? I'm so excited. The first time I've been able to talk to you on camera, and it's ahead of a big match. You've been having a lot of big matches of late. Like, it seems like everywhere we turn, not only that, WWE is like, we'll put him in this situation. We'll put him in this situation. Let's see how he reacts. How does that feel for you? Because there's got to be like some sort of challenge but confidence there that the company has in you for that.
They can throw out there, they're saying, okay, let's make sure he can do this. Let's make sure he can do this. He can do this. So I just feel like it's like I'm checking their boxes for them and just proving to them, like, the I don't miss thing. It's just like I just have to keep proving I don't miss. And they're just like, all right, but here's one more. Let's see if he misses this one. But no, I really truly feel like this is just, they're just trying to see if what they got in me is really what it is. And I keep proving that I am what I say I am.
I remember, I can't remember if it was last year or earlier this year. I was going to write this nice story in Fightful Select because everybody was like, man, Shawn Michaels loves that Carmelo Hayes. I was about to write it. Then this whole photo shoot comes out of you guys. I mean, that's a level of confidence in a certain particular performer that an awful lot of people would love to be like, that's the guy. But he says that about you. Yeah. And I mean, he's very open about it. How does it feel to have that endorsement?
Yeah. When you say it out loud, it's crazy. I feel I don't want to say I feel pressure. I don't want to say I feel pressure because, like, at the end of the day, I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm not changing anything up. I'm just doing the formula that I've just stuck to and it works for me. And, but I do take that, I don't take that lightly, and I do take that as a responsibility because, it's Shawn Michaels. It's Shawn Michaels, and we're around him so often. And sometimes I have to step out of my shoes and realize that that's the Heartbreak Kid. That's Mr. WrestleMania. But no, for him to say those type of things, it just makes me want to work harder. It just motivates me, and it just makes me realize, like, I can't let him down. I can't let him down. So that keeps me on my toes for sure, man.
Are there ever any times when he gives you advice about something and you're like, yeah, but when you did it, you weren't really following this advice type of thing? Because, I mean, he was out there, running around with sausages and chef hats and all kinds of wild stuff, right?
More than you realize. Yeah, Shawn, he's a different man now. His big thing with me is do as I say, not as I do.
Okay.
So, like, there's a lot of things, like, he did and everything. And he's like, yeah, that was the old me. But, like, knowing what I know now, I could tell myself now, which he sees a lot of himself in me in a lot of ways, attitude-wise and stuff. He tries to prevent me from not making a mistake, because it's not a mistake, but, almost like, hey, if I could have had somebody rein me in when I was 28, I would have done that. So, there's a lot of times where he has to do that.
Do you remember any specific instances when he needed to rein you in? Like what it was about? Like what maybe it prevented you from saying, from doing, whether it be in the ring or backstage?
It's just mainly things that I say.
Okay.
It's because, like, I like to say a lot of cultural references. And I think what it comes down to is the disconnect between like our generations. because, obviously he's in his 50s. There's a lot of things that I want to say that kids are saying and people my age are saying, and he doesn't understand what it means. And I think his big thing being in the position he's in is he doesn't want me to say anything that's like disrespectful or, you know what I mean? Or anything that might come off the wrong way. Also, you got to remember we have like sponsors and on USA and things like that. Like, I don't ever want to make the brand look bad so I can get in a cool bar. So him and I will collab on a lot of things like, hey, Shawn, can I wear this t-shirt? I don't know. Can I say this? What does it mean?
I remember when I was a kid, the Little John and the East Side Boys got skeet on TV for like months at a time, and nobody knew what it meant. Like,
let's talk about DX. You know what I mean? Like,
there's an awful lot of stuff that made it on there just because somebody didn't know any better. So, I mean, I appreciate that he's like, I've been there before. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, he knows what I'm doing. Yeah, he stays on his toes with me.
So you came in like right before NXT 2.0, but you are also one of the big beneficiaries of what 2.0 was. So a lot of people didn't know like what that would mean for standout independent performers like yourself. For you, it meant great things because you've got such an incredible ability to play characters as well. What were your thoughts when that switch happened and kind of when things scaled back as well? Because you have not persevered, you have excelled through all of it. Like every single thing they've thrown at you, it's like, yeah, I'm good.
Thank you, bro. I think my biggest thing, I had this mindset when I came in here that I wanted to change the game. And I wanted to do what I'm doing now on black and gold. Mm-hmm. So like when I came in, it was the mindset of like, I want to bring a character. And again, I learned a lot since I've been here. So I can't even say like I came in here and I was this good because I wasn't. And I go back and I watch my match with Cole and those guys, and I wasn't as good as I am now. And I'm still learning. But my mindset was always like, how can I be so different? What's missing on the show? Like, what, people aren't talking like this. People aren't dressing like this. People aren't, you know what I mean? How can I? And that was a little bit easier on black and gold because everybody was just a really good wrestler. I'm not talking about like the Adam Cole. Like those guys were great talkers as well. But more than anything, I just wanted to check every box and create new boxes for myself that, nobody else could check. So that was my mindset going into it. And I'm glad that, I was able to do that.
There's going to be a new box, maybe quite literally at NXT Deadline. You got this this new match, the Iron Survivor Challenge. How are you informed of such a thing? Because, I mean, there are penalty boxes. There are not necessarily eliminations. It's scoring points during a certain time limit. And, I mean, there's an awful lot of good performers in there between yourself, Joe Gacy, JD, Grayson Waller, Axiom. I mean, I expect this to be like this is going to be something that people are going to be talking about by the end of Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to set the bar. First time ever type of match. It's on us. There's really no blueprint. There's no, you know what I mean? We can't look back and say, well, how did they do it? What did they do is nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, you got 5 incredible talents. All these guys are tremendous. Like I wouldn't, want to compete against anybody else. It's the best of the best in NXT right now. I mean, there's also more great guys that aren't in this match, but if you could have grabbed five guys, you grabbed the right 5 guys to pop off a new match. So, I mean, the rules are pretty simple now that like I've wrapped my head around them. Pretty much just don't get pinned so you don't have to go to the penalty box because that's going to take away time. So that's the thing I'm keeping in my head going into it is just don't get pinned and hustle, and I do hope I get in there a little early. A lot of people are like, I don't know, being first, being second. Like, no, get in there early. Shoot, give me 4 pins before number 4 comes out, and then I'll just chill. And, there's a lot of strategy that goes with it too.
And not to circle back to Shawn Michaels, but I mean, he's also a guy that if anybody on that roster is like, oh, new match, I don't know what to do, he can be like, I was in one of the first ladder matches, first Hell in a Cells, first Elimination Chambers, most of the first Rumbles. Like, he's got an awful lot of experience in helping innovate those match types as well. You weren't just in NXT. You popped up on Main Event recently as well. What was it like getting the call to do that and wrestling somebody like Cedric? Because that is a categorically different environment that we're finally, over the past year, getting to see more NXT wrestlers in ahead of WWE Raw.
Yeah, no, I feel like I didn't miss a beat. I felt like when I got the call, it was like good, like finally. But it was more just like I knew what I knew it wasn't like a hey, we're bringing you up type of thing. Just because I know I have a lot I need to focus on in NXT,
Sure.
but it was like a almost like it might even been like a reward. You know what I mean? Like a hey man, go up here and show off up here, and then come back down. But yeah, it was a great experience. It was one of those experiences that when I came back, I was more motivated because we're here, we're in Orlando, and we're doing the same thing every day, and training and stuff. They don't see that part, and then you get to go outside. You know what I mean? Go outside of Orlando and wrestle in front of like 7,000 people at the Barclays. It's just like this is why we're doing. This is where all the hard work that we're putting in down here is for this. So, like I said, it was very, very motivating.
Now, as we wrap up, again, NXT Deadline this Saturday on Peacock.
Yeah.
There was an interesting situation where Solo Sikoa ends up winning the North American title, then just like kind of vacated it. And I'm sure that title meant an awful lot to you because, I mean, you have made that title over the past year or so. I mean, like you put so much into it. What did you think of that situation when it was like, I mean, it set up a very nice ladder match that everybody really loved, but what were your thoughts like in the moment as that all unfolded and it's like, wait, it's going back up above the ring? Because I'm sure you would have just been happy to defend the title in a ladder match anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I took the challenge on. I said, okay, like, because it's out of my control.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, at that point, it's like, and I'm not going to fight Shawn Michaels for this title. Like, I'm not going to say, hey, they give it to me. Come on.
You
like,
could get me some subscriptions. What are we doing here? Come on now.
Yeah. I think it was just like I said, like there was a challenge that I was looking at. I said, okay, like if I got to prove it again, if I got to prove it 5 times that I'm the man, I'll prove it 5 times that I'm. That was my mindset. That's always my mindset. Like we were talking about in the beginning, it's like they keep throwing things at me to see if I'm gonna miss. And I looked at this as another one of those. I said, oh, okay, you want to take my title and you want to make me try. I mean, I didn't win it back, so I guess I did miss. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you want to put me in a ladder match? You want me to show out? You want me to, try to get my title back like that? Then, all right, that's what we're going to do.
Well, we're going to see him do it again. NXT Deadline this Saturday at the Performance Center. Carmelo Hayes, I can't wait to talk to you again, hopefully a little bit longer this time, but it's been a pleasure. Good luck this Saturday.
Appreciate you, Shawn. Thank you, man.
Until next time, guys, we're out.